Remember, they're changing my voice. How do you think that it is fair that Americans are too afraid to rally to me and insist on moral precision? So instead, they pretend that I'm crazy, and they feed into the despicable falsehood that someone as smart as me could be crazy. That is retarded. No one in the history of mankind has been as smart as I am. Inciting stupid stuff like my refusal to assimilate to white culture, or while I'm fumed and poisoned with over 22 witnesses, me stumbling on my speech or something, is just petty and pathetic. They are going mad with terror in that they slip into states of denial rather than to admit to themselves the situation. If they love their children, they would say to them, a man has to stand on his own 10 toes at times. A man has to accept persecution in certain situations. They would say to them that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. When you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't keep on going down, except being screened out, and keep on going up. But instead, they teach them to conform. And that is insane. That is sick. Very, very, very sick. The accusations you see leveled at me are pointless and silly. Okay? They say that I'm obsessing over pointless things. How is imagery of evil people pointless, for example? When you say, hey, look at the statue, look at the president, look at the governor, look at the religious leaders, and they're leading people astray. Put a lamp on its stand. Don't let them blur the line. That is the smart thing to do. And that's what I'm doing. How is the fact that 1 in 4 little girls are sexually molested before the age of 18 pointless? Or 1 in 6 little boys? Or the fact that 9 million people starve to death every year on this planet, or to have hunger-related issues, and America is very much a part of that. And it's very much aimed at people who are not like the governing class. How is mass drugging and the abuses of technology-based control a small issue? How is America gaslighting everybody and organized psychological campaigns something that is pointless to talk about? Read Revelation 18 again and again and again until you understand that the smart thing to do in this situation, from the point of view of universal pinpointed moral precision. I'm not a Christian. My religion is truth, universal pinpointed moral precision, and focused moral intensity. That in the modern day leads to sabotage. And when one is being sabotaged for being morally precise and they hear no viable counter-argument, that's a good sign that they're doing the right thing. You have no viable counter-argument, so you resort to trolling. You don't want to accept that you're not men, and the females you date are not women, or else they would insist on dating a man, and not someone that refuses to man up. So instead of admitting this to yourselves and stopping what you're doing and rallying to me, you keep going. The prudent see danger and take refuge in God and obey God through the divine order. I am the gate. Proverbs 16:12. A throne is established in righteousness and justice. Proverbs 16:10. A divine verdict is on the mouth of the king. He must not err in judgment. The prudent seek refuge in the Lord by rallying to the gate, and I am the gate. But the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Them and their offspring become spiritually plundered, mental weaklings, mad with terror, afraid to do the right thing, too terrorized to do the right thing. They become useless, and they get paid back double. In this life, they live a pitiful life as a slave to sin, and they go on to eternal punishment. Isaiah 66 in your book says, where the worm that devours them will never be satisfied. The spirit of pitifulness from the governing class that has been absorbed into your genes, even if you killed them, you couldn't escape it, will never be satisfied. And all the righteous in the spiritual realm will look out and see it taking place and see them being marshaled into hell when they die. Earth is the top layer of hell, figuratively speaking. And you've chosen to assimilate into it and play stupid Western theater art games, stupid psychology-based games, role-playing, fantasy. You may as well be playing tea time in a thong with a fanny pack and roller skates on and a propeller hat. Because what you're doing is extremely pitiful and pathetic. No matter how much you persecute me and try to twist things, all you're doing is exalting me more. God Almighty sees me standing firm and accepting all adversity. And he sees you and your families, your entire families going out like bitches. So who is doing something pointless and who isn't?